Good morning. It's something really different today. We're on a Jeep safari, and as seems to happen increasingly with me, I'm running a bit late. So fortunately Phil's running late too, so I ought to quickly explain why I'm off the bike. It's a little medical thing. It's chafing. Got infected. It's pretty painful down there, so I've been told to stay off the bike for 2 weeks, which does unfortunately scupper my chances of fundraising for Alcohol Concern UK, which was this month. What I'm going to do is put it off to January, so I'm going to try again then. January is another big month for Alcohol Concern, so I'm really sorry about that. But today we're still going to go off in search of adventure. It's going to be big, really big. Yet. Here he is. It is a Cornish dairyman, and he couldn't be without his trusty Land Rover. Do you mind being on it, Phil?
No, I don't mind being on it.
Are you sure?
I do have to
You're
apologise.
completely on it now.
I'm late.
Oh, in that case you better be in my car. So basically, Phil, why did you keep your right-hand drive Land Rover in this godforsaken spot?
I find it easier to drive.
Is it? You're on the wrong side. How do you see around corners?
I can see the side of the road much more clearly.
Right. The one that you're about to go into.
That's right.
So I'm just going to show you these knotted pipes. This was the emblem for a movement which was to stop the water being taken from the Ebro and sent all the way down to Murcia, because the Catalans think it's their water and they should keep it. So that was the symbol of the movement to stop that happening.
What's this village called again?
Barbarans. So it's not just a Jeep safari, it's a photo safari, because Phil was previously a dairy farmer, but now he's a photographer and an artist. This is Barbarans. We've been here. Shh, we've been here. A Sea of Olives, I think it was called. It was a really nice one that no one ever looked at. It was before I had a nice camera, so it was a bit I think a bit further on, Phil. So you've decided this is going to be a lovely angle, but we need a bit of height, so we're just moving the landy across. Technical stuff, this. Just in Barbarans now, but all that isn't grassland, that's the tops of olive trees, and an awful lot of people having fires. Because all the pruning's been done, but no one's been allowed to have fire because of the drought and the fire risk. But now we've had some rain, it's allowed. You have to jump through a lot of hoops these days to get a fire licence. Not everyone can have a fire, so we're not allowed to have a fire. We're a registered farm, but we need to have another bit of paper. That's looking out to sea, by the way. We're trying to find. There it is. Oh, it's not far at all.
Oh wow!
We're trying to find.
But we're going up the river.
An aqueduct, but we're in a riverbed. Yeah. So I've just had the giggles because Phil was telling me a great story.
Not a great story. It's a very sad story.
It's sad. It's a sad tale.
I'm so lucky.
I'm sorry. It's Phil's dog. They called it Lucky because it was lucky to be alive. It was a puppy that had lost its mum.
Yes.
And they raised it. And it is sad, really sad story. But it was called Lucky, but it got run over when it was a year old by a farm truck.
Yeah.
Your farm truck?
Yeah. No.
Were you driving?
No.
Anyway, this is what we're here for. Let's go and have a look. Oh, I'm so heartless, but that was just Phil was telling me that story, and as soon as he said that the dog's name was Lucky, I knew it had met an early end. Oh dear. Cool, that's nice this way. I believe it does. It is running. It's quite a new build, this. It was 1868. And it's literally just to take water to Barbarans. But it's drinking water. Absolutely everything is in flower. The gorse is out, the rosemary's flowering, It's like old man's beard, I think, in that one there. But the strongest smell of all is from the tree back there, which is a carob. And unfortunately, carob flowers smell very, very strongly of semen. The valley. That's where we're going. The valley. We have found a very, very beautiful road here. And Phil was telling me earlier that he's cleaned the windscreen, not for me to do this because he didn't know, but it's because previously it was covered with his dog's drool. Stunning. Is that a photo in itself?
I think so.
I've got a feeling that thing at the top is called the Castle of Rock, or Castle Rock.
Castle Rock.
Yeah, this must be quite a river when it's actually flowing because of the size of the boulders that it's been able to shift. But just opposite here, there I think, it's the canal that we were just at, all the way on the other side of this mountain. So it comes from this valley. We assume it must be because there's no village at the bottom of this valley. So this must be where Master Barbrands gets its water from. You can see it up there as well as the canal.
I think I will.
Has your boar got a name, Phil?
Pardon?
Has your boar got a name?
Boris?
Right, it can't be far then, I'm guessing, before we're off and walking.
Yeah.
This was a lot of work to build this road. I don't really understand why, unless it was for the building, for getting the water.
Yeah, to get the
When they were built that. I'm feeling terrible that I'm not on a mountain bike now. This will be spectacular. It is spectacular. It'll be a great one to ride.
Oh wow! This is lovely.
Well, imagine that flowing with trout. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? It's a stunning spot we're in. We're actually going to be walking. Well, we are going to be walking over water, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the canal that we saw earlier, isn't it? Well, we think it is. I think we have to find the source, Phil, don't we?
We're finding the source.
We're heading up into those mountains now. Phil and I are struggling with just how beautiful it is. We're actually walking along the canal itself now. They put some little decking boards over the top of the canal, and the canal is flowing. We're going up there. It's actual flowing water. I haven't seen that for a long time.
Really cool.
Yeah, this is quite steep.
Satisfied as are.
I mean, I'm actually putting my hands down to get up, so it's pretty darn steep. It's like Piccadilly Circus out there. Dogs, we've been hunted. Just thought I'd show you a couple of things. Fan palm, the only European palm, and this is sarsaparilla, like the root, like the drink, root beer. Winding our way up this mountain. Some absolutely gorgeous views as we climb up this mountain. I think our first very exciting bit is just around the corner. I can't stop filming. And in my defence of today's little journey, I wouldn't have been able to get up this. I know a lot of you could, but not me. Down maybe, up no. It's fantastic. Just saying to Phil, it's like being in the Pyrenees, and yet this is took us about 40 minutes to drive here, I suppose. It already feels like a long way from the valley bottom where we started. But we're here for this natural arch. That's where I'm headed.
This is going to be one of your best videos ever.
I think they'll want bikes in it. Very, very narrow lump of rock. But it's just views everywhere. That way. And that way. Is that a boulder that's fallen off, do you think? Or is that a column in its own right? There's plenty of columns, aren't there? We go behind it, so we'll find out. It's very steep down. A pond down there as well. Cave. And this stack. It's the cave of Mark. Just outside. Just chatting with my friends here. There's this fantastic pillar. It's not raining, it's just water dripping down through the rocks. To film that pond. It's a really deep one. Imagine there's been people living in that for millennia. I found this place completely by accident when I was looking for routes on Google Earth. Shelter and water all through the year, whatever even in a drought like now. Acacia? It's like a little folly. Not too sure what it is. I think it's just someone's house. Now we've been lucky enough to come to this spot that's got the cave paintings as well, the Pinturas Rupestres de Coco. That's pretty spectacular, isn't it? Only it's yeah. It's so alpine up here, it's so cool. And then there's that groovy rock up there to find out what that's called. That is a long way away. Grass as well, haven't seen that for a while. And I think it wins for having the least water in it. Can you actually see there's water coming out of the dam? This is where the water should be. Beautiful old bridge down there, Phil. Pedlos. Of course, normally this restaurant has a lovely view of the water, which laps up just below it, just about here. And the metal, some detectorists over there, if you're wondering what the funny noise is. Now I confess that we've been on our photo safari up here, and I haven't wanted to show you it because this is, if Mount Caro was my bucket list climb, this is the other one. This is every bit as incredible, and I haven't been showing you because it needs to be a ride video. The road up here is absolutely outrageous. It's the twistiest, steepest, most perfect, gorgeous road I can remember. So as soon as I can, I'm going to be up here. So this is a view that I'm not showing you now. I'm not showing you this because I'm definitely going to have to do this climb. But it's well, that's the sea out there, and that's where you've come from. We've made our way all the way up all these various valleys to pop up here. It's about I think it's 1100 meters, and it's just a straight. You start at the bottom and then it's 1100 meters, 11. I think it's 11. Anyway, it's absolutely gorgeous. And now we're going to see if we can find somewhere to eat. That must drive that poor animal mental. Sorry, this is really exciting for me. We never ever see cows. Never see cows. And at the absolute end of the road, it's a dead end, is the village of Hamlet of Fredes. It's got a church in the smallest door. That must be the tiniest priests, particularly tiny priests they have here. Particular to Fredes. Can't actually get the job unless you're only 3 feet or less. So I talk a lot about the Condor Legion, the Germans who fought for Franco during the Civil War, and this is where they were based. And this was once an aerodrome, and to sort of commemorate the fact, they've just left some life-size cutouts of some of the aeroplanes that would have been here. That's a Messerschmitt 109, as we all know. And next to it, I'm not even sure what this is. It's not German. Cute. Does it say what it is? Russian. A Polycarpov I-16 Mosca fly. But if that's life size, look how close the tail is to the cockpit. Crazy. And this is where they took off to bomb El Malar and Corbera. But there were 30,000 Germans here as part of the Condor Legion. So you can imagine this would have been covered in tents or wooden buildings. And dozens of bombers and fighters, because it was a full-blown practice for the war. Can you go in? This is a bunker, air raid bunker. So a slope down, I guess, so they could get all the kit down it as well as people, I suppose. So our last stop of the day is at El Bosque del Tiempo. There he is, or El Bosque del Temps in Catalan. But we are in Valencia now. Now these trees, there's 365 trees here, and they all have a date on. So what you do is you search for your date, your birthday, and it's on a tree in here. Everyone has got a plaque to say what date it is. Apparently. Have you seen any plaques? Fifth of what? Why is the first one in a row a fifth? Oh, that's definitely got a plaque on it. Ah.
It's got to be colour coded. Green.
That says the 11th to the 6th. That's the 26th of the 2nd. Right, so the top is day and then...
Right.
But they're random.
Oh, they're random.
It looks like it to me. 26th of February. 11th of June. We could be here sometime. Now there's got to be a method, surely, that we can devise that's better, because they're on, for me, they're on alternate sides of the tree. Is that the same for you? You're joking. So does that mean that someone could walk in between on one row and look at alternate oh, I don't know. We did have a method, and we've both already moved off the method. Sometimes you can't see any on them, and of course you've then got that nagging worry that that was your tree. That one hasn't got one, and you can't even read some of them. 31st of the 10th. We could be here all day. 13th of Feb. Oh, it'd be a good thing to bring kids to. What's yours again, Phil? 22nd of July. It's got really late. We started doing this trip. I left at 9 in the morning. It's now nearly 5. We've had nothing to eat. Phil brought some biscuits, but we were so keen to April Fool's Day. We were so keen to get on and see all our things that we missed when the restaurants would be open. Boxing Day on March. I don't think I've seen any march yet. So if I was born a few hours earlier, then this would be my tree. Ha ha ha, how lovely. Now, Phil's found his, that's good enough for me. Right. Well, it's a bit of a shame not to find your own.
Yeah.
But, and I'm happy just to be going home. So we had to come across this bridge in order to get to the Bosque of Time. Phil, surprisingly enough, wasn't happy driving across this. It's got a 2-ton limit on it. We don't know what the landy is, but we suspect it's over that. Anyway, that's actually us done for this week. We just need to get home because we're losing the light. Ridiculous. So, no, I'm not. I don't make that much of a difference, Phil. Anyway, Phil's just told me to walk across because I make such a huge difference to the weight. God, jeez. Anyway, on that rude note, I'll leave you for this week. Sorry it's an odd one. Hopefully next week I'll be back on the bike and we'll go and do some proper adventures. Until then, thanks for watching.